Okay, so we have a bit more map filling to do here. This time at night properly. I'll just not worry about having a dolphin with me for the time being. The dolphin was looking at something earlier, but nothing that I was able to identify, which is kind of odd. Alright, over to the Undine. But now the whirlpools should all be gone since it's nighttime. Wonder what kind of dangerous things we'll find over in, I don't know, in the Arctic. Or whatever other places we go. I imagine the number of hazards will steadily increase, right? The further we go in the game. But then the very second place you go is a place that's supposedly known for all its sharks, so I don't know. It's probably best not to provoke any shark, or any wild creature encounter in general, but... And yeah. Just kind of weird to me that the music in this game doesn't change at night. I feel like it would be appropriate for it too. Not that it's trivial to, you know, just get more assets for your game or whatever, but still. I feel like this is very daytimey music. It doesn't really match the stillness of nighttime, for instance. Or just the darkness of it. Not a lot over here. Just some rock and some sponge. I have not been using this thing, which is supposedly useful in some places. Okay, music. Nicely animated hand. Okay. I get, yeah, there are lots of large barrels here. So that's it? It's just a thing that's too big for me to carry? Okay. I'm not sure how much of the salvaging I'll do. If I remember, if I find a place like this where I think, oh wait, this would probably make sense to use the little scavenging machine on, I'll go ahead and do it. If I happen to find a cool thing, all the better. But otherwise, I'm not going to be too worried about collecting everything in the game, just because that would probably not be a very realistic goal to have, to be honest, within any reasonable amount of time spent playing the game. I have nothing against doing lots of stuff in the game, but I also want to be sensible about how much time I spend on any given task in this game, because it's already very long. I don't intend to make this like 200 episodes or something. It's a very high density of hammerheads. You know, it puts away the multi-sensor if I do that. Yeah, bring up the map, puts away the multi-sensor. Really wish I could have some buttons to find these things. Or to use this stuff. Yeah, now that I think about it, that pile of bottles I saw at the very beginning in the northeast would probably be wise to use the multi-sensor there as well. Just, are they just getting more and more small bottles and piles of bottles? Not quite. It's small, but too big. Not small enough. Okay, well, I'd rather be looking at my map and filling it out, though. As amusing as I guess it might be to find, I don't know, jars or whatever. The fact that I can't carry a lot of the things that I'm able to find right now, evidently, does not help me. Oh. This place is apparently special. I did not have that impression. Blue Dome. You're giving me a really extravagant view of me just floating there. That was not a very impressive introduction. Both camera angles were just looking at me. A little bit of fish. The music is very excited, though. So I'm guessing if we're looking at just like totally flat sand and whatnot, there's not going to be anything interesting to see with the multi-sensor anywhere. Hold on. I'm seeing something somewhere. I don't know where. So no, stuff like this can also have stuff for me to find. A large crate. What in the world? It's just buried treasure or something, I guess. Sure. Anyways, I will servers in a second, just let them get this map built up. Because that is why we're here. Yeah, not getting whacked by a whole bunch of sharks all at once does wonders for keeping your air gauge up for a dive. Alright, anyways. No. Well, you have to let me surface to start with the game. There we go. I mean, these seem pretty hard to miss in my opinion. And how would there be very few people passing through this area? This is supposedly a super popular tourist destination. Wow, that's a surprising lack of variety in what they drew here. It's just one thing many times over, but okay. Nope, that's fine. Okay. That crate in here might be something interesting. I mean, I don't know if it has things in it or it's literally just a crate, but can't take it with me anyways, so... If I did want to look for that sort of thing, I guess I'd have to start doing it later in the game when I can actually carry a larger portion of the stuff that I can find. Okay. So I can head... How in the world is there... We have this disjoint portion of the map that's not filled out. How did that happen exactly? Did the game just teleport me around and make me not get some of the map? I guess I'll go get this portion here. I was thinking I'd just kind of do the whole map north to south, top to bottom, but I don't think that's really what we're going to do. This just feels like a more natural path to cover. So we'll hook back around to the east portion. But again, we probably won't get all of this in one dive. What am I looking at? I was about to say, this doesn't feel like this is really marked on the map, actually. And this time they actually have a camera angle of the thing. Oh, it's the other dome, I see. Hold on. Maybe I can sense stuff here, too. Essence bar setup is not very good today. Another large crate. Oh boy. Maybe I just didn't see it right on the map. Or maybe it actually did get added once I found it. I don't know how that works. Could be either. Either way, we've run around in here enough. Let's see what's in here. Presumably similar murals, right? That doesn't mean a thing. Can't read these ones as well. I see the fish of some sort up top, but specifically dolphin, maybe? Can't tell what's below though. Oh, those are just people again. They seem to be largely the same thing, honestly. Anyhow. Yeah, I didn't realize how much air I lost getting smacked around last dive. It makes perfect sense, but I just didn't realize how much it cut my dive short. Alright, well that means we'll probably be able to cover a pretty substantial portion of what remains in this map today, which is nice. No complaints from me on being able to make progress. I'm still not sure how I feel about having more small maps instead of one big one like in the first game, or approximately one. You still had a couple of disjoint ones you could go out to. And that's the entrance to the castle, but we've already been there, and not necessarily seen everything there is to see, but we filled out the map, and that's the thing we're focused on right now. I don't know if I'd be able to have a dolphin go through that small opening I found earlier or not. Honestly, not a lot of fish I'm seeing today. And of course, part of that has to do presumably with the fact that I'm hanging out on the corners to fill out the map, but even then. Every now and then it does feel... Ooh. Oh, I can use the D-pad to navigate that. Oh, that's great. I can use the D-pad to navigate the menu at the bottom. It's substantially better, at least, than what we had before. How is the ingot too big? Come on, game. Getting a little ridiculous now. Can't hold anything. So do I need a bigger bat? So how exactly does this work? Like, it says 0 out of 5. Do I need an upgraded bag that allows me to carry bigger individual things? Or does it take up multiple spots if it takes up 10 spots instead of 1 or something? Not sure how this works. Also, it would make perfect sense for the multi-sensor to have something in this wreckage. I don't know why I need a sensor to find stuff, because it's all like... Jeez! All this stuff I'm finding is basically just like... sitting on top of like featureless rock or wood or something like that. It's not hidden in the midst of whatever. Granted, some of this seems to be implied to be buried under sand, but the rest, I don't know. Like, how there was a large crate hiding on an otherwise totally barren plank of wood, I don't know. Oh no, the game decides this place is scary again. Anytime we find some kind of drop-off, that's how the game reacts. You should be scared of this. Not that there isn't a certain freakiness to going really deep underwater and whatnot. Again, things that are exploited by games such as Subnautica. Ah, shoot. I did miss a little bit of stuff around this island here. Or rock jutting out of the water, whatever it is. Hold on, let me go get the other side of this before I get further away and miss even more stuff I have to come back for. I'd rather be thorough now the first time through and go through stuff a little bit more slowly than have to revisit a whole bunch of places that I just barely missed a tiny part of the map on. Yeah, it's very, very quiet out here at night. Not a whole lot going on, which I don't mind. What? What game? This is one part freaky, one part really funny. I have to admit, just seeing that mouth just inch out behind you. Whoa, scary. Very delayed reaction. I naturally only just came in front of you, but... Thanks for more scary music, game. The game wants me to ride on you. Amazing. Majestic. Go on, mighty steed. You got music for this? Fantastic. Hey! Kick me out of third person. Theme of shark with really big mouth. I think it's actually just the theme for the area that I rode the shark into, but anyways. Yeah. Okay. Now it's time for scary music. I like how a gentle cliff gets as much scary treatment as a really big shark. Hello, Stingray. Alright, see how much we can actually explore like the outer edge of this map here. Honestly, I mentioned a few times before, the one thing that freaks me out the most in any game like this, like in this ocean, is really just when, if you look out somewhere and just see void. Like this. That unsettles me. I think part of it is just the total inability to orient yourself. Because I have no frame of reference. Like, if I get somewhere where there isn't... If I just decide to swim out there for a bit because of the limited visibility, if I got far enough away from, you know, like, the sand or the cliff face, that I couldn't see it any more easily. Come on, game. Where? Wherever they are, I can't see them. Stop it. Stop. So is every single one I get somewhat close to going to... Or is this another one that I was already close to? Are they behind me and gonna smack me now? Stop that. God, that sound is annoying. Come on, I want to explore parts of this map, and having to constantly have this sound to contend with as I do so is not fun. Definitely not going to fill out the entire part of this map, though. But that's a pretty decent chunk of the map that I've gotten today. I will not complain about that. Yeah, I know, game. Let me get a little more I can. There we go. Oh, game. It's not as scary when I'm going up the cliff instead of down. Yeah, as I was saying, if I just get too far out from where I can even see like any land or anything, well, land, any, you know, like sand or anything to orient myself with. Then, well, I lose the ability to orient myself and you're just stuck in the void with no idea of where you're going. That I find somewhat unsettling. This land slopes a little bit downwards, though, is on the other hand not scary to me. Okay. It's a good deal of map we've got there. I think I'll finish things up back at 9 Ball. We might get an introduction to the Arctic next time. Unless there's something else I decide I really want to do. Like taking a photo quest or something like that. But I've lollygagged around enough, I think, without progressing the plot for the time being. So I think I'll probably go do that next episode. Oh, cutscene. Hi. No. Okay, I don't really want to do that, even though I should do at least a little bit at some point. On the other hand, I haven't completed a map, but still, I demand recognition for doing what I've done on that map. The conditions and behavior of the polar bear. And the conditions are cold, as far as I can tell. It's pretty decent income, all things considered. Okay, but one thing I should do... Out of the way, John. I should call Nancy. Is there just orange juice here? But, no, okay, I should appraise the one thing, but I should also look more closely at the bag upgrades I think are available. Deep Hole. I still cannot take that name seriously. It's just so... It's a crude name, just in the sense, like, it's very basic, it's very literal. Are you serious? Oh, buy new scissors. What? You dropped a pair of scissors and it's just, like... Commerce is your business. You can buy more scissors. You have the means. Yeah, so these certain things will become things. Like I have a bottle, and I appraise it, and it turns out to be this kind of bottle. It's just full of mercury? Don't open that thing. Or I get a big chest, and maybe if you appraise a big chest, you'll actually find whatever's inside it. That is possible. Medium bag, yeah, I'm guessing... Just one? I mean, not like it would really hurt, it's really cheap too. Probably still won't let me carry big chests or whatever. Maybe I can carry an ingot if I do that. I still don't know why I couldn't carry an ingot to start with. Ingots aren't usually super huge, from what I understand. This thing, yeah, sure, why not? When I'm spamming shots at whatever thing, would be nice to have a higher probability of actually getting off as many shots as I need on the thing that's annoying me. Okay. Okay. I'd be willing to go for your scissors right now if it wasn't for the fact that I already promised I'd go to the Arctic. Because that would in theory be a quick, easy trip to just go to Hole and come back after finding scissors somewhere. I mean, I already went to Hole to find a thing the first time. No. Well, aren't we all? Alright. I'll see you next time where we probably head off to the Arctic then.